All right, so there's my barn find Craftsman tractor. It's got the, I guess it's the manual drive, and 15.5 overhead valve cooler. Haven't done anything with it except we brought it in here last night. Then it started to rain, so real quick I threw it in here. Took the battery out, and that's up on the charger. As you can see, all in all, it looks like a pretty nice lawn tractor. I may be baffled, but where in the heck do you put the gas? Let's see, there's probably a fuel tank up under here. Here we go. I'm used to mine. Let's see if there's any fuel in here and how bad it smells. Well, it's completely empty. And it doesn't smell that bad. So maybe it was drained beforehand. Maybe. So we'll take this and pull it up to the other side and see what it's going to take to get it started. All right, so there we go with the battery on the charger. I have it just on a little 1 amp trickle charger there, and it's been on here for I don't know, probably about 18 hours or so. I checked it last night, and after about 6 hours. And it definitely held over 12 volts without the charger on it. I'm not going to load test it because even though the battery looks like it's in pretty nice shape, I don't know how long it has sat uncharged. So it might be junk, but I don't want to waste any of the energy trying to load test it. It's either going to crank it or it isn't. So we're at this point now. We'll throw it in, give it a check. And they're checking on my state-of-the-art high-tech solid-state ignition analyzer. On the volt scale, you can see I'm showing about 13 volts. So we'll see what happens. This way, maybe. Yeah, because that. All right, we're putting El Batterio in. All right. Well, we got the wrong battery, I can tell you that, because the way this is designed, this little lid won't shut correctly. The posts are supposed to be on the front side. But that's not going to happen because the cables can't reach. Well, we can still get it closed probably. All right, so the brake's locked and I'm about 1 foot too far away from the outlet for the battery charger. And I pulled the tractor a little bit further in. Got the positive terminal not touching anything. All right. Let's see what happens now. In neutral. Oh, maybe I'll turn the battery charger on. Battery charger is on. Well, we may go as far as to pull the plugs out. Let me give that a second or two to... See where we're at here. Turn it back down to slow charge. We'll see if I can turn the engine over by hand. There might have been critters making nests down here or something. Who knows? I don't think we'll be able to see much, but we'll see. Yeah, it sounds like something was in there. Looks like it was a plastic flywheel of some type. All right, we're gonna have to take the cover off, I think, just to see if there's any critters in there. All right, I took the shield off here by removing the two 10mm bolts, one on each side. Now I want to take this cover off. Looks like there's a bunch of 8mm all the way around on that shroud, so let me do that. I can't run it and hold the camera. Alrighty, I noticed that there's a bolt here, but in the meantime, looks like some critter's going to be very unhappy. Look at the sea. I can't tell if those go through or not. Right here is another one, looks like a 10mm. Let me pop that one off. Already, then when I see there was one in there too, had to come to the other side to look, see more animal shrapnel. Let me pop this cover over here. Oh yeah. Yeah, we have an issue. Houston, we have a problem. Get the spark plug wire out of there, get this out of our way. Let me get that all cleaned up. All right, got a good amount of it off. There's a bunch of the little acorns that were holding the Bendix coil part open. I don't know if they still call that that. So I'm gonna blow it off a little bit. Give me a second here to get my... Glad I'm doing this outside. And then away from me. You can smell animal urine. Pretty easy. Yeah. Give the other side a go. See what happens now. Oh yeah, it's much easier. All right. I know little critters were injured in the making of this video. All right, let me see what happens now when I try and crank it. I'm gonna leave the battery charger off. There, that off. And just see what happens. Can't complain about that. Gee whiz. I don't think I was ready for all that. Let me double check inside the air cleaner and everything, and I figured it was gonna either not crank or crank, not start. Come on. Just want to make sure that, a little bit late now, but I just want to make sure that this isn't filled with anything. No, that's clean in there. All right, let me put things back on this. that back there. Let me double check the oil. I checked it before and it was on the stick, but looks like it's on the stick but on the add mark. We may want to give it an oil change though. Alright, let's start this thing again and see what happens. I'm going to take this off so I'm sitting in the seat. Alright, so here we are sitting in the seat. Throttle here for moving mower. It looks like the choke's all the way at the top. Still cranks a little bit slow. I'm sure it needs a battery, but I don't know, this sat for several years, 3 or 4 I'm told. I just put some gasoline in it, charged the battery, and well, you saw it cleaned all the nest dot. All right, tighten it back up. With this here bolt needs to be loosened and then tightened back up because it's the pinch bolt for the oil filler tube. They're just plastic, so I'm not going crazy with driving them in. Change around to my 8mm socket. One here and one here. I started them all in by hand. Tighten them too tight. Another one here. And this guy here. Alright. All tight. I'll put that lid back on there, like so. Kind of weird how it has that air induction. Can't see it probably in there, but so it gets the air blowing off the fan, I would imagine. All right, then comes this guy here. If I get my finger out of the shot here, this guy goes in here. I don't know how people can do this holding their phone while they're doing something. I need an extra hand to do the said deed. Let me put this back on and drive them on. And what did we ever do before electric drivers, huh? Years ago, I made my money off of turning wrenches. Doesn't seem like people do that anymore. 1, 2. I don't even know. There, my fat finger was in the way. Turned that one on, or tightened that one up, and that one up. That's what all that noise with my fingers in the way was. Flip my phone around, see if it makes any difference. That way my finger will be less likely to get into any pictures. But anyhow, it's back together now after all that. And want to air the tires, give it a quick bath. and then see how it cuts. That certainly was an easy fix. Really didn't have to break out any tools. So anyhow, thanks for watching. Hopefully all your fixes will go that easy. Take care.